Howdy bike lovers. Today we're going to do a bit of a chat about how to buy an e-bike and what you should be looking for. I guess it comes down to what type of riding you're going to be doing. Barbara might have some input on that as well. Both Barbara and I have bikes that are pretty much all-round sort of bikes. They can do pretty much everything. I've got a bike that has 170mm of front travel and 160 of rear travel. Barbara has a bike. Can you remember what your travel is on your bike?
I think it's 150 both.
That's right, 150 on both shocks, yeah. Front and rear. A little bit less travel because she's not going to be doing massive jumps, kind of like the ones that I'm doing. However, she is learning to jump and she can still jump on that bike. But there's all sorts of different types of riding that you might want to do. And let me just run through that sort of riding now. So there's downhill riding, which you need. I mean, you don't need, but it's better to have a long travel bike, maybe 200 mils of travel. Enduro riding, which you would then just chop it down a little bit in the travel, which would be 170 or 160 mil of travel. And then trail riding, still single track, i.e. goat trails in the hills with rocks and roots on them. The 150 by 150, what Barb's got, is pretty good for that. However, the other two bikes are still good for that as well. And then we chop down a little bit more to an all-rounder sort of a bike that could have slightly fatter tyres, maybe 2.8 wide tyres, less travel, maybe 130 by 120 travel, and that bike could do rail trail and goat trail, but not really big downhill trails like big drops and things like that. So while it's an all-rounder, you wouldn't want to take it on massive jumps and stuff like that. A different type of riding now would be more of a flat track rail trail style riding, where, you know, old railway lines used to be, and they've lifted those and turned them into cycling tracks. And you might enjoy long distance riding on those trails, which would mean you'd need a bike that has a pretty good sized battery so that you can do those big distances, because some of those rail trails, you know, they can go 60 odd k's in a day. So that's a fair bit of riding. So you'd be looking for something that's got a battery that's a minimum really of 625 watt hour battery. Also, you know, we're not getting any younger. Both Barb and I are knocking 60 or just over 60, and as you get older, your joints and things get a bit sorer, and you might decide that you need something that you can get on and off really easily. So that could be that you get a step-through bike. Now, step-through bikes come in all shapes and sizes, some with suspension and some not, some hardtails, etc, like that. And there's all sorts of different things that you can do there. And then there's cargo bikes, which you can commute on as well, but great for carrying loads. So all sorts of different styles of setup for cargo bikes. You can have a cargo loading area on the back or a cargo loading area up the front. But cargo bikes are becoming more and more popular as people's second car, so that people can take their kids to school on the bike. Kids love it, and you know, you can get cargo bikes that carry massive loads, you know, up to 200 kgs. That's including the rider sort of thing. So rider plus maybe another 110, 120 kgs easily gets your kids on with kids' car seats. They make a really good child car seat that fits on a bike carrier. So even more options, commuter bikes and all that sort of thing for getting backwards and forwards to work. Beat the traffic. Yeah, I have two bikes. I have, you might have seen the Lake Dunstan trail ride that I did, that Barbara dropped me off down at the top of the lake, and I rode all the way down to the dam on a bike that's really a commuter bike. It's built more for road riding, has road tyres. These are all the different things you need to think about. What sort of surface am I going to be riding on? How much travel do I need for comfort and all that sort of stuff? Yeah, and bike setup and size. Now there's various size charts that you can look up on the internet to see what size bike you need. But if you're around 5 foot, maybe 1 or 2 inches more or less, then you're looking for a small bike basically. And then if you're in the 5'3" to 5'8" range maybe, then maybe a medium. And and then maybe when you get taller than that, you're looking for a larger frame, large, medium, large, and then if you're up around the 6 foot something range, then you're looking for an XL.
Going biking today and it's 3 degrees, freezing.
Yep, we're just heading off now. That's why we're talking about it in the car on the way, because Barb's going to continue on with her jump learning today. We're going to a track called McNeely Gnarly. You might have seen that on my channel already. You might have even ridden it. It's a pretty cool track. It's got jumps on it that you don't have to jump, but it's a very good progression jump line for learning jumps. We'll do a couple of warm-up laps. I'll follow Barb down on her 3rd lap once she's nice and warm and good to go. Also taking Duke, who's in the back there. I don't know if you can see Duke. Come here, Duke.
Duke, come here. You want to say hi? No.
No, he doesn't mind. Yeah, so we're just heading that way now, and we'll tune in again shortly. Okay, well now we're heading up to McNeely Gnarly, and Barb and Duke are behind me, just going to come past. Duke's having a good sniff around. We'll see you at the top. Still heading up McNeely Gnarly. We've just passed the Mini Dream jumps track, and now we're into all the switchbacks and bits and pieces. That really nice little up track here, reasonably flat with some switchbacks like that. Don't know where Barb's gone. She should be just behind me, but she's not. Here she comes. Duke just had a wee. Okay, we made it to the top of McNeely Gnarly. This is a Thursday afternoon. Still a few people out and about. It's good to see in the middle of winter.
Say hi. His name's Duke.
Duke?
Duke.
Cool, so we're back at the top of McNeely Gnarly, and I'm going to follow Barb down, and we are going to see how she gets on this time.
I'm steaming out because I'm hot. I'm just going to try not go too fast out of control this time and try and practice pumping into the jumps. See if I can get it right this time. Dropping in.
You got to lean out. Lean out. Don't lean up the hill. Lean down the hill. Lean down the hill, look down the hill, lean down the hill. Good. Lean down the hill over your hand. Nice. That was good. Lean down the hill. Look wade around the corner. Look around the corner. Way down the hill. Look down the hill. Good. Perfect. That was good. That's your best one yet. Nothing wrong with skidding. Lean forward, it is hard work. That's right, you're working harder now because you're bending and bouncing, popping. Good. Lean down the hill, lean over your hand. You just pump up and down through all those whoops. And you'll feel a flow after you get it right. Good. Nice work. Well done.
That's fun.
Good fun.
Oof.
Well done, Duke.
Yes, you might want to drink.
So now Barbara is going to film me doing mini dream jumps, because then she'll be able to analyse the way that I jump. Not that I'm a very good jumper either, but because these jumps are scary for me. So the little ones that she's been going over are scary for her, and then these ones that I'm going over, scary for me. So she'll be able to see how I handle this.
Come on. Right, so Paul and Duke are about to drop in.
Come on, Duke.
Duke's a bit slow. Oh, nice. Wow, that was good. Nice.
Okay, so we've had enough at mini dream today. Barb's off to go down the walking track down to the bottom of Skyline Access Road, which you can get to from mini dream quite easily. And I'm going to go down this way, which is just a small line of mini dream, which takes you onto the Fernhill downhill track. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to do part of it so that I can get on to that same walking track that Barbara's on, and we'll meet up just before we get to the car. So we're coming into the downhill track here, just right here, and away they go. Alright, the next half of the downhill track, and here comes Barb. So the rest of the downhill track goes down off and around that corner down there, and they head off down to the 1 mile intersection. And here's Barb and Duke, and we're going to head back to the car. A very successful day's riding. Barbara, I think, learned a lot. She got pretty tired because learning things and riding is pretty hard work. And even though learning in the mind is one thing, learning in the muscle is another as well. So that muscle memory, up the bank she goes. Muscle memory is very important. That's why I'm doing those mini dream jumps over and over. If I stop doing them, I'll forget. My muscles will forget as well. Alright, we'll tune in next time, see what we're up to next time. We're off and away on a trip next week, which is just a few days away.